ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. Man, I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la.
Hey y'all, can you hear me? I'm on my computer speaker thingy majigger because my damn computer started. It popped up a damn update right as I was getting ready to go live, and I was like, okay, this will be. No, it said like 30 minutes remaining. And I'm like, fuck that. So I had to cancel that, and it fucked up my headphones for some reason. Liking Wacky Tacky, Wifey Ella, Be Good, Hey Love, Tammy Lou. Y'all, that Tammy Lou, that's cotton candy. That's cotton candy, y'all. That's cotton candy right there. I guarantee you, it's cotton candy. That's Cher's friend, Cotton Candy. Sharon Queen Bee sent her over here, y'all. Queen done that. That's Queen's fault right there. They sent her over here. That's cotton candy, y'all. What's up, Tammy? Allie. I listen when I drive too. I put it on the speakers on my car. And like sometimes I feel like when I pull up like at a stoplight or something, people can hear me next in the next car, and they're probably like, "What the fuck is she doing?" I think hell is froze over, y'all, because look, Lycan's in here. Hell's froze over, and he's okay. He kind of grew on me. It's a love hate. I still don't agree with a lot of shit you do, like and have said, and how you treat people, and I'm sure you might feel the same way about me, and that's okay. My damn dog squeaking in the background. Sorry. Damn ball I hear in the living room. She goes town on that ball. So what are we gonna do today, y'all? Oh, I got called a narcissist. Can y'all hear me? Or no? Let me see if I can hook my headphones up. One second. Uno momento. Okay, I just put a headphone in. If you can hear me, put 69 in chat, please, and thank you. Hi, Ms. Dick. Ms. Dix. I almost said that wrong. Big Dick? No, I'm sorry. Yes, my dog is a dachshund. I got two of them. The one in my picture is. Oh shit, I was muted and didn't even know it. What the fuck? See how these headphones are? Be good. I have a really weird love hate with Lycan. He knows. I've talked mad shit about him. I don't know if he's talked about me. I know he talked about Sherry, that's my best friend, and I ain't gonna have nobody talking about her. But anyway, that's. But he is all right, and he's very smart actually. If people, I mean, I don't care what people say about him. Come at me for this, because you ain't gonna get no reaction or content out of me over it. But anyway, I like who I like, and I've YouTube really teaches you a lot if you actually listen and want to be a different person and be a better person. You know what I mean? People's like, oh, it's just the internet. No, it's for some people you get to know these people like on a personal level, and People don't get it until you're in that position. Gail, there's my dog. Hey, love. How you feeling today? Allie, period. Period. Because, and look, if somebody comes at me crazy, I'm the calmest person for real. I'm like, I get along with everybody, but I do have bipolar, so I do snap sometimes. Like, but besides the bipolar, just normal. I don't know. You come at me crazy, and there's no stopping me. I'm coming back straight. You know what I mean? It's like as soon as you come at me crazy, bam, I'm like a little fucking trauma on your ankles. Oh, I'm glad you feel good, Gail. Good. Yep, right, be good. Panthera, 60% better. Hey, that's good. We're getting there. We are getting there because yesterday it's 50%. So, Panthera, make sure you let us know tomorrow your percentage on health. And I'm praying for you for real. And I don't like my people being sick. I felt bad for a while too. I'm getting better. I'm better though. But man, when it got cold here, it messed a lot of people up. It's crazy. Well, Adventures, I still judge you on some stuff. Sorry, being truthful. But he is all right guy. He really is, and I like his intelligence. That's what because he is very intelligent. Like it might be on a different level than other people think intelligence is, but like I don't know. He's all right. Like in you're mysterious. You're like a horse. You're mysterious. You're a unicorn. You're now a unicorn. Like in the unicorn. And like, look, I'm not trying to start shit or not, but like I like Tiff too. If Tiffany comes in here, I want her to have the same respect. Even if you like her or not, that's my girl. I like Tiff. She's got a good soul. She's very nice to me always. And I would consider us to have a little friendship on here. And I do not want nobody ever disrespecting Tiffany on my channel. You can do whatever you want on other channels. Don't come over here and think you can do it on mine. And I'm not saying that like I'm just saying in general, I promise. And like Granny, I like her too. I don't agree with most of the shit she's doing lately. And I like you, Granny, and I'm saying this all with good intentions. Get your shit together, girl. You had it going on and you don't want to be this. You're better than all this fucking drama and ripping each other apart. Because I enjoyed Granny. I followed her for a while when she first started and stuff. But I do, yes, you will respect her if she comes over here because I might not agree with her right now. Tiff, you love Tiff, but not Granny. I totally respect that. Be good. I do. I respect everybody. You can like whoever you like. Star Mama, hey. But just, you ain't got to like them, but you can respect them on my channel, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I ain't making nobody like anybody. You ain't got to like nobody, but I love all of y'all. And I hate it because it's like most of the people I love, the creators, most of the creators I like are ripping each other apart. And it's like, y'all know what I mean? It kind of puts, because I don't really consider myself a creator because we just mainly chit chat and gossip and and I love it though. This is my little vent sessions for the day with you all, and I love it, and it really does help my mental health. Look, I'm all over the place, but I like a lot of people, and I like a lot of people that don't like each other, and it's hard for me sometimes. You know what I mean? And I'm getting to that point to where now that I've got my own space here, my channel, it's a little easier, and I don't know. Yes, Gail. That's my girl right there. I love Gail. That's my mama. I swear to what she feels like's my mom. Panthera, I'm not everyone's cup of tea either, baby, but you're my cup of tea. I love you. And Star Mama and Wacky Tacky and Wyoming and my wifey Ella. Ella's my wifey. And Be Good. I love all of y'all that's in here right now. I want this to be a good place for people, you know? And I don't even know what the hell I should do with this platform. What do y'all think? Because, I mean, I love true crime, but there's so many true crime channels, there's so many drama channels, there's so much. I don't know. And I like to watch drama. I love to watch drama. I'm nosy as fuck, but I don't want to be in the drama. Everybody loves a good dumpster fire to watch. But I don't want that here. Mental health is important to me, and you never know. We might could be the one that makes someone smile today that hasn't smiled in a long time. You know what I mean? You never know. I love you, Ella. Ella's my OG wifey. I've known her for a few years, actually. Oh my God, and this year coming up, it'd be 3 years, Ella, since all of our little 3 years. Wow. Like, and you do got a pretty good drama channel. You do. I like drama. I like watching it. That's why I lurk a lot of people. Hey, just Jill. Jill's an OG. She's an OG. Jill, well, I was just saying, I don't know if you heard me, but it's going on almost, it'd be 3 years this year that all that Michael Long bullshit started. Ain't that crazy? 3 years. Thank you, Gail. And yes, I sometimes I do take breaks, and whenever I get in some state of mind, like I shut down. I shut everybody out. I don't really talk to nobody. Like the only people whenever I do shut down that I'll talk to is Cher and Amber. And that's probably it. And sometimes I don't even talk to them. But it's nothing personal to anybody. It's just me. Sociopathic narcissist. I would watch that. I know a lot about narcissism, and I'm not like, I ain't been to school or nothing, but yeah. Like, be honest here. Do you consider yourself a narcissist or no? Yes or no? And I'm not going to judge you either way, and I'm really curious. You're intriguing, like it. You're kind of hard to figure out. And narcissism is my niche. You know what I mean? What was it? There was something I wanted to play on narcissism, actually. Oh, Noodle Match is going live later at 5:45 Eastern Time. Let me put my notification. I love the cat with the ass in the air. Kiss your ass, bitch. Y'all make sure check out Noodle Mash if you haven't. She's going live shortly. How do you get to like your... I don't want no Watts murders. Surely not. Yeah, not going to talk about no Watts over here. I got off Watts Island, and that was the happiest time. Okay, let's see. It's Christmas. We don't want no Christmas. I got some stuff about the hillbilly culture that I've been saving that I want to go over sometime. Let's see here. Where's that? I got so much shit saved. I didn't even realize y'all I had so much shit saved. Here we go. Yeah, we're going to do a little narcissism mental health talk today. Let's see. Okay, first of all, okay, on here I have ran. Okay, I just seen this video that I've got saved here. Where's Lycan? Did you respond to my narcissist question here? Sorry, I was looking at something. Exactly. Like, and that's why I'm asking you. I know you'll be honest, and I do sense a little bit of narcissism with you. Like, you do have a big ego. I'm not judging you. But like, I don't think you're a full blown narcissist. No, but you do have some traits, and I have some traits, and I know that. And if you had known me 5 years ago, I was a horrible person. I've worked hard to overcome my mental health and my way of life, and we all, like I said, we all have some traits, some form of another. You have a narcissistic trait inside of you. Some stem, the full-blown narcissist, like that has the whole spectrum area of it, usually experience some childhood trauma. You got to have some inner trauma from your childhood. Is usually what stems from, like, for instance, your dad might be, I'm just making up shit here, but your dad is the CEO of Apple. Okay, well, you're kind of, yourself as a little kid that you get picked on and stuff. So you try to be somebody else to impress your dad. You know what I'm saying? You be fake and do this. And then that's kind of how narcissistic personality disorder starts. Seriously. And that's just one instance, but like something traumatizes you. You're not born a narcissist. You couldn't be, I guess. Some people are just born that way, but most of the times there is some childhood trauma. And if you feel like maybe it's taken over your life, get to some therapy. It really does help. Which, I'm not in therapy for being a narcissist, but I know someone that is a full blown narcissist, and they go to therapy and have been for like 4 or 5 years. Hold on here. I'm still behind in chat. Let me catch up on chat instead of rambling, because I get all mixed up. Where did I go? Gail, this is me. I used to be that eye for an eye person. I was horrible. Y'all think I'm kind of blunt or whatever now. I mean, I was mouthy, and sometimes that mouthy still comes out. You fuck with me and it's on. You know what I mean? That's why I don't like being on here a lot when I'm mad, because, yeah. Um, I like revenge, but I like sweet revenge. I like to sit back and watch somebody get revenge that I ain't even got nothing to do with, where they just dug their own fucking grave, and it's like, you sitting there like a little kid rubbing your hands together, yeah. I hold grudges. I'm a grudge holder. That's my biggest thing I'm working on right now, is holding grudges, and I cannot get past it. That's one thing that I just can't seem to let go of, is grudges. Just keep doing what you're doing, liking, and just, it is brutal, and I know a lot of people don't like you liking, and you know why, and we get it, but they ain't got to treat you like shit. You know what I mean? I'm learning. Michelle kind of learned me some shit, like I was fucking dragging her, and she is hilarious. She got bats in her attic. Come on, who does? Not every day everybody's got a fucking colony of bats in your fucking attic, but we're all learning every day. We're human. Don't ever look like you're not a bad looking dude. You're not. And even I seen that picture with your shirt off, and you're not fat. You're not a bad looking dude, and just embrace it and fuck them. What other people think about us is none of our business. And that's a very true statement. It is gross out here, like, and people piss me off. Wyoming, did you follow the Watts case at all, though? Because look, the Watts case is what brought me to YouTube, actually. Because I was a Facebooker, hardcore. I loved Facebook. I deleted my Facebook now. I ain't even got a fucking Facebook because of YouTube. I don't want to fuck with all that shit. People doxing you and shit. But I started out on Facebook, and I met Cher. And that's how long I've been with Cher, since the Watts case. And then I came to YouTube because of the Watts case. Critical K and all that fucking bullshit. I'm so behind in chat here. Oh, thank you, Wyoming. You enjoy mine and like it. Thank you. I enjoy everybody getting along like this, you know? I do. There's too much hate in this fucking world. Oh my God, Wyoming, I'm so sorry to hear that. You know, I think about aneurysms a lot because my dad, he had 2 really bad strokes, and he has seizures and stuff. And then one of my friends, her mom, had a really bad aneurysm, and thankfully, like you, she survived it. And it messed her up a little bit, though. She's not the same. And I think about that all the time because I get dizzy a lot. I have vertigo. I get vertigo spells a lot. It fucking sucks. And I think about that. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm getting there, y'all. Yes, you watched the Watch case. Okay, yes, so. But you didn't on. I wish I'd never came. Well, I like YouTube. I like it better than Facebook now because I ain't even got Facebook. I left Facebook in 2022, Allie, during the Michael Long bullshit. When that case, because I was on Facebook for the Watts case, and that Michael Long bullshit, oh my God. I love some of them people to death, though, from that community now. There's not very many of us left on here. Most of them left. Thank God for some. I miss some, but some, oh my God, thank God. I like YouTube, though. I do. I like TikTok, too. I'm not like I like watching TikTok. I think I'm caught up now. Okay, and folks, if you have an emotionally draining friend or someone that just sucks the life out of your happiness, or they're always miserable, or people don't really talk about that. I've had to get rid of some, not recently, but in the past, some emotionally draining friends, you know, because they'll just fucking, and I've been emotionally draining to people. I've been the same. I've emotionally drained my friends, and my friends pushed me away because of it. And I know this. And I've had to push people away because they're fucking. Do y'all ever have that feeling like an emotionally draining friend? Does that make sense? I want to, because it's kind of part of, I don't know. I want to play a video on it. No, that ain't it. Where did it fucking go? I've done lost it. Well, never mind on that. I've done lost it. But if you have an emotionally draining friend, cut them the fuck off. And you will feel so much better. It sucks sometimes, but do it. And I'm going to play a little video. I used to do Zoom. Was it Zoom? Yeah, Zoom. Therapy sessions with this lady in the UK. This was last year. Yeah, last year. Well, it's last year was just 2 days ago, but anyway, back in the spring. And And I would do Zoom therapy calls with her. She's fucking amazing. I love this woman, Manjeet. And she's a TikToker and she's on YouTube too. She's not very much on here. She's slowly growing on here. And oh my God, where did that go? Are you fucking kidding me? I'm horrible. If there's anybody out there suffering mentally, just know there's help. I could have somebody post like the mental health hotline and stuff, numbers like that, please. Please, pretty please. I love you. We're going to talk about all things mental health, all things narcissists, all things ADHD, or anything y'all want to talk about today. If anybody wants to come up and we just chit chat and there's something you're passionate about, because mental health really isn't talked about a lot because people make fun of you. And I don't care. Today's our day. I got called a narcissist. Yes, I got a little bit of narcissism in me, but no, I'm not. I do not have narcissistic personality disorder. And I just thought that was funny. Somebody said, "You are the narcissist." No, I'm not. Fuck you. Fuck you and your couch. Like Miss Sarah. Hey, Vexing. Hey, love. Happy New Year. Fairy Flaws. Hey. She banged your now ex-husband. Let the problems have each other. Bye. You got to get rid of them. Emotionally draining friends. This is a new year. You've got to get rid of them. I'm telling you, it's horrible because sometimes you really care about these people, but you got to get rid of emotionally draining people in your life, for real. And yes, please. We are starting this year. This is our year, you all, for real. Thank you, Allie. Yes, Vexing, it does. Yes, mommy, very important. And I don't know why it's such a taboo area, It's like, I don't know really about other countries, but I know America is in a mental health crisis, and we got to do something. If we can save one person, you know what I mean? It's like, what do we do? What do we do to save our country from this mental health crisis? What the fuck do we do? All right, sorry, I was fucking muted again. Oh, Vexing. Oh, I would love to see a picture. I love babies. I absolutely love babies so much. Babies and dogs I just love babies and animals, period. That's why I can't cover cases on babies no more. I cannot do it. I actually named one of my kids after a true crime case of a kid that was unalived. And I know I'm a little morbid like that, but I can't do that no more. I can't cover these baby cases. They break my heart, y'all. And since I've got away from it, I feel better. I really do get on here. And I want to play this, though, by Manjeet. She is freaking amazing. Hold on. Let me see if I can get her link. No, this is my video. Where's hers? This is my video of hers from TikTok, I believe. But we're going to go watch some of her stuff, too. She has a YouTube, and I love her. And I'm sorry if this bores y'all and y'all don't care, but there might be somebody that needs to hear some of these words.
Narcissists have been around since humankind. It's nothing new. Narcissism is a term that originated with Narcissus in Greek mythology in 1889. He fell in love with his own reflection in a pool of water. Narcissism is nothing new. In 1980, narcissistic personality disorder was officially recognized as a mental disorder. Narcissism is used to describe a person with low or no empathy, compassion, and remorse because of the wiring of their brain. Between 1 to 5% of the population has narcissistic personality disorder, but I think the figures are close to 10 to 15%, which means there are a lot more narcissists. I think the figures are only going to get higher. There is research that has been done, and I have showed this in my book on Amazon, Survival Guide for Toxic Narcissistic Relationships. There has been some research carried out by Twenge and colleagues that overpraise by parents is a contributing factor. As a result, every child feels special. They feel their feelings of self worth are considered necessary rather than them actually going out to achieve the success. Other research suggests social media might be a contributing factor. Recent research found people who posted large numbers of selfies on social media developed a 25% rise in narcissistic traits over a 4-month period. It may seem like there are more narcissists because people are recognizing it a lot more because of creators like myself and the social media presence of others. Not only that, there is ongoing research on the narcissist brain. There is just more recognition of narcissists and their behavior traits, which may seem like there are a lot more, but they have been around for thousands of years, in my opinion.
Here's Manjeet's channel. We're gonna watch. Hold on, I'll drop the link in a second, y'all. 1 second. Okay, and you see over here on her banner on her channel that book. I have that book, and I highly recommend it. I've read it. I'm not really a book reader because I have ADHD and I can't do it. But I've read this book like 5 times, literally, so I could understand it. That's how long it took me. You all might not have to read it that many times. Very good book, and it's like $20 or below $20. Very reasonable. And if you need someone to talk to, if you think you're in a narcissistic relationship, she's amazing. And she does Zoom. She's amazing. I just love her so much. Her TikTok is even bigger than this, her YouTube. And I want to talk a little bit about trauma bonding. So we're going to listen to it a little bit here.
Narcissist.
Shit. Shit the bed for it. Okay, here we go.
So addictive. When things are good, we get addicted to the way our narcissist makes us feel. It's euphoric. That's because when they make you feel loved, our brains release feel-good chemicals like dopamine. We literally get a high off our narcissist. Over time, we become addicted to this. A narcissist also gets a high from us when we give them supply and massage their ego. The mask eventually slips and you see the true colors of who you are with. They keep telling you the things you want to hear and keep telling you they love you, but they stop making digs at you and the emotional and sometimes physical abuse begins. You stick around because they still give you the little doses of the feel-good chemical known as the dopamine. They give you just enough to keep you alive before they starve you of it again. The truth is, it will never be enough. You will be in this yo-yo of a high and low constantly, and your brain chemicals become more imbalanced. Break the cycle. You will never be enough.
I want to play that again because I know it's a lot to kind of comprehend. But trauma bonding is a big subject that I know about too. But just listen to her. If you're in a relationship and it's horrible and just you never know. Sorry if I'm horrible at this, or I just want people to realize mental health and
Narcissists are addictive. When things are good, we get addicted to the way of narcissist makes us feel. Is euphoric. That's because when they make you feel loved, our brains release feel-good chemicals like dopamine. We literally get a high off our narcissist. Over time, we become addicted to this. A narcissist also gets a high from us when we give them supply and massage their ego. The mask eventually slips and you see the true colors of who you are with. They keep telling you the things you want to hear and keep telling you they love you, but they start making digs at you and the emotional and sometimes physical abuse begins. You stick around because they still give you the little doses of the feel-good chemical known as the dopamine. They give you just enough to keep you alive before they starve you of it again. The truth is, it will never be enough. You will be in this yo-yo of a high and low constantly, and your brain chemicals become more imbalanced. Break the cycle. You will never be enough.
Don't be mad at me for telling my story. Be mad at yourself for giving me all this great.
Be mad at yourself for giving me all this awesome content. So if you ever dealt with a narcissist or a toxic person before and you want to share your story online or in public or to someone else in general, family members, friends, and anything like that, that narcissist or toxic person will become angry or furious with you. Narcissists and toxic people love to have good reputations in public. They just do. The outer image that they project onto the world is very, very important to narcissistic people. And if you threaten that image, they might, who knows what they'll do to you. It will react negatively typically. It might launch a smear campaign on you, or start telling stories or lies about you to try to mess your reputation up. It might try to paint the picture of you being a narcissist or a toxic person because you're telling your story. You're telling your truth. They'll say that you're launching a smear campaign against them, y'all. But the truth is not a smear campaign. Telling the truth cannot be a smear because a smear campaign involves lies and deception. Hope this helps.
One of the most difficult things that we experience is getting away from the narcissist, right? So there are many reasons why it's so difficult to get away from them. But today I wanted to talk about soul ties and how we are connected and have soul ties with the narcissist. We're growing, as we grow up, we're told that we should meet and marry our soulmate, and how awesome it is to be with your soulmate. And so we're in constant search subconsciously for that soulmate. But when you meet the narcissist, they're pretending that they are your soulmate based on information that they've gathered so that they can manipulate you into this relationship and become the best thing ever until it's not. And so you find yourself vulnerable and so connected to these individuals that you can't envision being without them. You want to spend your time with them. You're so in love, and they elicit reaction from you, whether it's loving or whether or not it's you're hating them because of how they make you feel. But they can get a reaction. They can provoke you to arguing. They can provoke you to just being loving and chill. Whatever it is, they can provoke a reaction from you, good or bad or indifferent. They bring you happiness when they want to, and they can destroy you when they want to as well. They usually come into your life at a time where you need them to be. They have the perfect timing to come in and manipulate you. And the relationship just feels so different because in most cases, we fed them what we're looking for and what we need in that relationship. And so they become that temporarily to pull us in. And so these are all things that align with a soul tie to a narcissistic or toxic person. And if you're feeling any of these things and these things are holding you from leaving, you have to pray that away. You have to break those soul ties so that you can walk away and live the life that you need to live and that you deserve to live without all of the toxicity that comes along with it. Break those soul ties.
I'm gonna use this comment right here to tell you my story of how I found out I had narcissistic personality disorder and how I deal with it today. So if you're new here, I'm Lee Hammock and I am a narcissist. I've been diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder and in psychotherapy since October of 2017 forward. So from my youth, from being young, I've always known that I was different, y'all. It's just a feeling. I know my emotions didn't click like other people's emotions did. The easiest emotion as a youth that I experienced was anger. I was always angry for no reason because I was jealous of the people around me because everybody could have friends. Everybody was falling in love. And I couldn't feel that, y'all. I used to feel just so isolated being by myself that I didn't know. And I have a twin brother. I used to feel so isolated that I would just be mad at the world. So from my very early ages, I've always known I was different, y'all. It's just a feeling. I can't explain it. So in 2017, me and my wife got into a huge argument, y'all. She called me a narcissist on the way out the door. She left. My wife didn't do anything magical to make me go to therapy. She didn't force me to go to therapy. She took my son and she packed herself up and she dipped out. And on the way out the door, of course, she insulted me by calling me a narcissist. It's so damn tough living with a narcissist, slams the door. Me, not knowing what a narcissist is in 2017, I thought narcissists was just, egotistical people. I called her narcissist back. So she leaves. I'm sitting there angry. I'm sitting in the house angry. I get inquisitive because that's who I am. I look up narcissist. You know how Google does it. Google auto fills for you. Did you mean narcissistic personality disorder? I'm like, well, I didn't mean that. I don't know what that is. So I click on it. And I go down the rabbit hole of narcissistic personality disorder. And the traits made sense to me because it gave me the answers for the questions I have always been asking myself. Why am I different? Why do I feel different? Most narcissistic people won't feel that way because they can't acknowledge it, y'all. They're not asking the same questions that I've been asking myself since I was 8, 9, 10 years old. They're not asking those questions. So when they see the word narcissist, they take it as an insult and insult you. So I hit my wife up. I'm like, look, I'm a narcissist. I'm going to go to therapy. There's no cure, but guess what? I'm going to go put the work in. And I've been doing that. And the reason therapy works for me is because I've already been doing personal development since I was 21 years old. I'm 36 right now. For nearly 14 years, I've been working on myself. So therapy to me is just an add-on to my personal development journey. I receive therapy well. So if you're on a narcissistic journey where you feel like you feel different, go to therapy and be honest with the therapist. Guess what I have done? No, you cannot do it on your own. I have been working on myself for 10 years before I stepped inside a therapist's office. You can't do it on your own because you don't know what to work on. You don't know the starting point of what your issues are. Childhood trauma, childhood abandonment, whatever got you to this point, you can't work through those on your own if you're a narcissist or a toxic person. You need professional help. And some narcissistic people still don't really want that help. They'll go to therapy just to manipulate you and manipulate the therapist and just say, hey, I'm not the problem. You are. So in conclusion, my wife didn't do anything magical. She just left. She removed access to her. Therapy is the starting point, y'all. Hope you help. I'm going to use this comment right here to tell you my story of how I found
I was shocked when I found out how psychopaths, narcissists, and sociopaths create their mask. So I'm going to share it with you. It came out of the research of Sandra Brown's looking at over 600 pathological love relationships. Her team found that these toxic people create their identity on the fly based upon the information they're gathering when they meet you and me. Through the innocent questions they ask, like, what are you into? How do you spend your time? Where did you go to school? They then mimic that and then parrot it back to you. You like a certain type of musical group? They do too. You went to school out east? Well, what do you know? They did too. You really love pets. They have one as well. This mask is created in the moment as they listen to you. It's literally built as they meet you. And they do this from person to person, so every person has a sense of twinship, like they met their soulmate.
So that is absolutely true when you're dealing with narcissists and toxic people, how they will become whoever you need them to become to get you to fall in love with them. If you're new here, I'm a narcissist. I actually have narcissistic personality disorder. So it's kind of surreal listening to that type of stuff right there from Carrie McAvoy, PhD, and like vibing with literally every single part of that, because narcissistic people mirror you. Like, as a narcissist, the main question that I'm asking you on a first date or when I'm getting to know you is, tell me who I need to become to get you to fall for me. And yes, I might actually like this other person, but tell me, look, I don't like rejection. So tell me who I need to be. Tell me what I need to do. So what I will do is ask questions like most narcissistic people do. They'll ask questions during the first few encounters. So tell me, why is somebody like you single? Also tell me, like, what are you looking for in a significant other? Don't ever answer those questions with any type of specificity, y'all, because once you do, you are literally giving that narcissist or toxic person the blueprint to become your perfect person, to become your twin flame, or give you a sense of twinship, like Carrie McAvoy said. Because when I'm talking to people who have dealt with narcissists in their past, that's the main thing that they will say. I thought I met my soulmate. Like, no one has ever liked the same things that I liked. And you wonder why. You put it online. You put it into your dating profile. I'm looking for somebody who's this, and this. And surprise, I'm going to be exactly what you're looking for. Wow, shocker, huh? But the thing about narcissists and toxic people, they get tired of holding up that mask that she mentioned. After a while, I want to become me. I want to be me. I'm tired of doing the things that you want to do. Let me do the things that I want to do. And when a narcissist becomes their true selves, you probably won't like them anymore, because you'll come to find that you don't have any or hardly any similar interest. But guess what? Here it is. You don't leave them because they showed you potential of who they can be. So you try to hold on and hold on and hold on and hope and pray that they go back to the person that you met, which never, ever happens, because the person you met was created on the things that you say and the things that you put online. Hope this helps.
In case you were wondering what a trauma bond is, or just wanted to know more about it, I'm about to explain it to you. It is daily panic and anxiety with this person, but yet you don't want to leave them. You can see how destructive they are to you and to themselves, and you're not going to leave. You're aware that you're damaging yourself, your health, your present, your future, your self-esteem, your productivity, and yet you're sticking right there. I mean, you know that they are emotionally immature, they're abusive, they start fights, they're untrustworthy. The list goes on, but you're not going to leave. I mean, you literally get to the point where you're embarrassed that you are keeping yourself in that relationship, but at the same time, leaving that relationship sounds impossible. You're aware that the gaslighting, the reactive abuse, everything, that's not a normal relationship. That's not a normal, loving, caring relationship. You know that they're wrong for you, and yet you just can't leave. I mean, you know that you're literally putting your life, your future in jeopardy to be with this person who is dragging you down with them, and you just can't let go. That is what a trauma bond is. Go kill it.
Thank you all for bearing with me. I'm just wanting to play some of these videos. These are actually videos when I started actually doing content, like quotation creator content, whatever. This is what I wanted to do with my channel. And all these videos are owed from my channel when I very first started. And then I got into the Kylie Rodney case, and that's whenever I just blew up and kind of abandoned my narcissist coverage I've been doing here. And I appreciate y'all being here. And if anybody's here just lurking and this fits you, just know you can email me. I can get you resources, anything you need. I'm just putting some more awareness out right now because it's after the holidays and you never know who needs to hear it. Oh, look, my very first video, whenever I started my channel, actually, the reason I started my channel, I was wanting 500 subs just because I wanted a community tab, you know, just so I could post stuff and chat with y'all. I didn't want to be a creator, have 1,000 subs or nothing. Well, Cher was helping me get my 500 subs, and somebody got, actually 2 people got really, really salty. And I didn't have no videos or nothing, you know, and they're saying, she ain't even got no content. Why are they trying to help her get 500? And they were just so bitter. They're my #1 fans, actually. But this is a video I posted to them. This is what got me the balls to start posting videos. I posted this to
Julio. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.
It was hilarious. That is a classic. Okay, let's see here. I got some stuff about ADHD. Where was the... I lost it. Lost my mind a long time ago. Oh, right here. Here we go.
Okay, let's talk about the narcissist and karma, their karma in particular. I think a lot of survivors think that they just walk through life basically hurting everybody that they meet, abusing people, and they just walk away scot-free. They skate through life just without a care in the fucking world of what they do to people, no accountability, right? No, wrong. These people are the most miserable, self-loathing.
Hello, Crystal Langford. Hello,
okay?
Good to
They
see you.
fucking hate themselves, and that is why they fucking do the things they do. Think about what it's like to be them. Every relationship in your life is transactional. It's like, what can I get out of this? And if I can't get something out of it, you're meaningless, okay? They don't view people as people. They don't know how to love at all. They don't know what it feels like to be loved. Even though that they are loved, they hate themselves so much that they think you're the one manipulating them with your love, okay? When really it's the other way around, because everything is projection, okay? These people are so miserable. They hate themselves so much. That's why they abuse themselves on top of you. If you really think about it, think about the addictions, think about how they implode their own lives, think about how they just destroy everything that they touch. Every single thing they touch just turns to fucking ruin, right? That is their karma. And deep down, they know this. They know it. That's why they tell you at the beginning of the relationship, I'm a broken puppy. I'm a broken baby bird. Whatever it is that they fucking told you about the analogy of how they're fucking broken.
Hey, Days.
That's
Good
the
to
truth.
see you,
And they are
love.
aware. They are aware that there's something wrong, okay? They don't know that they're narcissists, at least the vast majority of them, but they know that there is something wrong with them. They do not think like other people, and that they know, I think they know deep down that they hurt you, okay? My ex, my narcissist, she told me one night while we were on the phone after the fucking breakup that she should move out into the middle of the woods and drop out of society, because she literally destroys everything she touches. And then she said, as example, me, the ex before me, the ex before that, and the ex before that, okay? And she knows deep down that she fucking hurts people, okay? But then 30 minutes later, I called her back because she was sobbing while she said this, and I just wanted to console her because the trauma bond, and all her defense mechanisms were back up. She just started being a fucking mean-ass piece of shit again. This is their karma. They know that they're fucked up. They know that they're broken. And they know that they hurt people, and they live every second of their life in shame. That is the karma. Don't forget.
As a domestic violence advocate, I speak to hundreds of women each year, and I hear the phrase, "But he doesn't hit me," far too often. He may not hit you now, but he yells and screams at you. He may not hit you now, but he belittles you. He may not hit you now, but you walk around on eggshells. He may not hit you now, but you're afraid of him. He may not hit you now, but he threatens you. He may not hit you now, but he doesn't allow you to work, sabotages your efforts to work, or doesn't allow you equal access to money. He may not hit you now, but he controls or tries to control your life. He may not hit you now, but he interferes with your relationships with family and friends. He may not hit you now, but you don't always have sex with him because you want to, but to keep the peace. He may not hit you now, but he follows you, goes through your phone, and spies on you. He may not hit you now, but he won't let you leave the room or house during an argument. He may not hit you now, but he destroys property in anger. He may not hit you now, but he's jealous and controlling. He may not hit you now, but he threatens suicide if you leave him. He may not hit you now, but he threatens to kill you if you leave him. He may not hit you now, but deep down, you believe he's capable of killing you. Just because he doesn't hit you doesn't mean it's not abuse. And it doesn't mean he's not potentially dangerous. If any of this describes your relationship, message me to schedule a confidential domestic violence risk screening today. Domestic abuse is one of the biggest health issues facing women today. Shouldn't you know your risk?
Part 1
Y'all, she got her
eyebrow
eyebrows
prank.
done. She got them waxed. She got them 10. She got them. They look real good. Mom, you look good, girl. I can't wait to show you what they look real good, Mom. Ain't nobody got these. They ain't in the stores.
Oh, let me see.
All right, let me hold the mirror and don't look yet. Don't cheat. I know you're gonna love them. 1, 2. Oh, I'm so nervous. You're gonna love them. Oh my god. Your first time I'm getting your eyebrows done. Just don't look, don't cheat. 1, 2, 3. Surprise!
God damn! What the fuck is these?
Well, you don't like them?
Hell no, I don't like these motherfuckers. Take these motherfuckers off.
They can't come off, Mom.
You got to do something about them. These ain't the ones that I like.
You said thick and dark.
You made them thick, dark, too fucking fat. Take these motherfuckers off. I can't wear these shits outside nowhere. Look how I look like a fool.
No, you don't. I can clean the sides up just a little bit.
Let me see. Just a little bit. You gotta take these motherfuckers.
But they can't come off. Look, let me show you.
Stop here.
Mom, what you gonna do? They not coming off.
No, I'm gonna take them off some kind of
Let
way.
me see if it do.
Let me get on the website and look.
Not coming off.
Where the fuck I could go at like this?
Where could you go? You could go everywhere. No. That's the style now.
I'm not trying to be in motherfucking style, lady.
Oh.
I want them off.
Well, they look good.
Just cut all the shit off. Take all of it off. And I'll draw my own. You make me.
I thought you like them big.
These look like giraffe ass eyebrows.
Let me see.
And you just study over. All of this got to go.
It don't come all, but it's permanent.
Hey, sis, Cher. Hey, Trixie.
I didn't try. I know what I'm doing. I did what you asked me to do.
This not the one I want.
Mom,
Give
they
me
look
a refund.
good.
A refund.
You should have had on lashes.
And then I'm still gonna look fucked up. I don't want this shit. Take it off. I'll be damned. They look nice, but not for me.
And right there, a little close. You can take a little bit off in the middle. Let me see.
Not only the middle, love. Take the motherfuckers off.
No, don't do that. You just
No,
wasting
ain't no
my
don't
time.
do that. Don't do that in my ass. The shit is through Dylan.
They kind of.
Have
Hey, everybody coming in. Hey, Heather. Heather Bright. Oh, I miss you. And Trixie. And then I got to see Maligator today. I love seeing her. I don't get to catch Jay much when she's live and stuff. Because it's different when you start doing your own lives and stuff. You miss other people. You know what I mean? Y'all coming in. We're doing some mental health, narcissistic personality disorder, ADHD. We're doing all that kind of talk today. I haven't dropped the link yet because I'm just trying to show some of this stuff I want to show first, and we'll drop a link later. But yeah, mental health, yes, it's very important, folks. Crimes, crafts, and chaos.
one person in your life who makes you feel like you're going crazy. Other people and situations don't affect you like this. It's just this one person. That's probably because they're gaslighting you. What's gaslighting? Gaslighting is telling you things that confuse your sense of reality, discredit your emotions, and make you think that you're going crazy or that you're the problem. So let's have a look at what gaslighting statements are. They're things like, you're being oversensitive. That's not what happened. You're overreacting to this. So why do gaslighters gaslight? Why do they do it? They do it to control. They do it to manipulate. And they do it to avoid responsibility for something they've done. So I really want you to understand that this isn't just because you're oversensitive or you're an empath. You know the gaslighter will tell you that it's you and you're the problem and there's something wrong with you. But that's not what this is about. This is about someone who is purposefully controlling, manipulating you and abusing you. That's what gaslighting is.
The dark triad refers to 3 personality traits: narcissism, psychopathy, and Machiavellianism, with some malevolent evil features. People with these traits can be callous and manipulative, have a need to get their way, have an inflated view of themselves, and are often shameless about self-promotion. They're often high achievers and very charming. Most are not afraid to hurt you, can often commit crime without caring for their actions and how they hurt you or the consequences. These are people not to be messed and are the worst of humankind. All 3 of these are callous and exploitative, but each is also malignant in its own way. Psychopaths are charming but remorseless. Machiavellianism is known for its cynicism. being manipulative and using whatever means to gain power. The third, narcissism, refers to grandiosity, entitlement, egotistical, and a lack of empathy. We don't want to cross this evil trio as they're the worst of humankind. The three combined in one human being is evil. The dark triad refers to three traits that taken together capture the worst of humanity. We don't want to mess with them. They are the three faces of what's considered an antisocial human core of their formal scientific names reflect their inhumanity: psychopathy, Machiavellianism, and narcissism.
Bad. I'm a bad dude. Really, really bad. But she's still with me.
I'm a terrible, terrible person, but you're still with me. That's the statement a lot of narcissists and toxic people will say to you to justify their actions and to justify their behaviors. Because the longer that you stay with a narcissist or a toxic person, the more they think that you are okay with their behavior and how they are treating you. Because if it's so bad, why don't you just leave? Why don't you just walk away if it's so bad? If you want to be treated better, wouldn't you just leave me? Oh, so you're not going to leave? Oh, so you're okay with how I'm treating you. A lot of times the mind of a narcissistic person won't make sense to you, but that's directly and straightforward, because if one thing isn't true, the other must be true. So if you don't leave, then I must be treating you good, right? Or I must be treating you okay enough for you to stay. So the longer you stay with a narcissist, the more they justify their actions against you, the more they blame you for how they are treating you. Because in a narcissist's brain, you can stop this at any time by leaving. If you leave, they might become obsessive and go crazy.
The dark triad refers to three personalities.
This is Manjeet's book that I recommend. I highly recommend it. Even if you've had a past relationship, this is an amazing book.
So why am I like this? Why am I like this? Why am I like this? Why am I like this?
Your brain will betray you when you are with a narcissist. You will go through the hot and cold cycle of attention, followed by neglect, and then extreme attention, followed by malice. This leads to a trauma bond where you become so confused and attached to your abuser with the extreme cycle of love and betrayal. While this is happening, your brain is pumping out chemicals at a fast pace, and it will waver between pumping out oxytocin, the love and sexual chemical, and cortisol, the stress hormone. The severe intensity of these chemicals pumping so fast is a cocktail that breeds a hurricane inside your brain and heart. You feel on edge all the time, riddled with anxiety. It takes over your whole life. Your brain chemistry plays a massive role in creating a trauma bond. Your brain's main goal is to keep you safe and not happy. Happiness will become possible when your brain is convinced you are safe. This is why you need to get away from your abuser in order to feel safe. This will balance out the chemicals in your brain.
The power in this statement right here. If they wanted you to speak kindly of them, they should have treated you better. Yes, yes, yes. Because when you're dealing with narcissists or toxic people, they want you to keep things to yourself, the bad things. But anything good they do for you, they want you to scream it from the mountaintops. They celebrated my birthday, but they beat me up. You see how that works right there? That's why I tell y'all that narcissistic people know that they are treating you badly. A lot of people ask me, like, do narcissists know that they're doing wrong? Yes, that's why they want you to hide it. That's why they want you to keep the bad things private. Because if they didn't know the difference between right and wrong, why did they keep the bad? Why did they try to hide the wrong things? To narcissists and toxic people alike, like, reputation is everything. And how we are viewed by the public and by others means more to us than pretty much anything else. Ego comes first with narcissistic people. So yes, of course, they want you to keep the bad things private so you don't ruin their reputation. And telling your story is not a smear campaign, y'all. Telling them the truth is not a smear. So when you are dealing with a narcissist or a toxic person, there is never a right time to talk about something. And if you're new here, I'm a narcissist. I have narcissistic personality disorder. One of the main issues that a lot of people have when you're dealing with narcissists and toxic people is communication. Like, communication issues run rampant with narcissists because as narcissistic people, we really don't know how to communicate in any other language other than our own. And by language, I mean narcissist language, not any like spoken language. One thing that narcissists typically do is to deflect and put things off, like put off having a conversation. Can we talk about this later? Now is not a good time. I'm busy right now. You're going to ruin the mood. When narcissistic people say things like that, they don't ever plan on having that conversation. Especially if it's an uncomfortable conversation where they're getting accused of something, then yeah, they'll never want to talk about it. So if you try to bring it up again later or when they're in a good mood, you will be met with resistance, like rage, anger, frustration, and things like that. Only good time to communicate with a narcissist is when they want to communicate with you. So when you are dealing with a narcissist or a toxic person, there is never a right time to talk about something. And if you're new here, I'm a narcissist. I have I feel like
A narcissist's brain is wired differently to ours. Don't expect them to change. The cerebral cortex forms the external nerve cell layer of the brain. Research shows that those with narcissistic personality disorder have abnormalities in this area of the brain, so they struggle to process empathy, compassion, and remorse. This is why the narcissist is never sorry. They don't take accountability for their actions, and they will have an inability to step in your shoes. The higher they are on the spectrum, the worse they are. The only way you can protect yourself is through recognizing the signs. I must also point out that not all narcissists are the same.
Once you realize that you were targeted by the narcissist, not because there's something wrong with you, but because there's so many things good with you, then the healing can begin.
Ladies, it's time for y'all to quit watering those one-sided toxic ass relationships that y'all are in. Ain't getting shit out of it. Man, come on, let that shit dry up. You ain't getting nothing out of it. It ain't gonna change. Let them go in peace. Quit harassing them, quit calling them. It's time for you to glow and grind. Man, them damn toxic fucks. Y'all need to learn how to treat women. If I'm in a relationship, okay, and my woman calls me up and says she wants to see me, I'm canceling all my plans, and I don't give a fuck who's mad, because that is my queen, and she will come second to no one. What's going to end up happening, okay, because let me tell you, good women today, they're hard to come by. What's going to end up happening is a good man's going to come along and steal her from your dumb ass because you don't appreciate what you have at home. Fucker. Ladies, it's time for y'all to quit watering those one-sided toxic ass relationships that y'all are in. Ain't getting shit out of.
Narcissism is a complex disorder.
So this person is saying that the narcissist or toxic person that she dealt with was like a little kid. And that is absolutely 100% true, y'all, because most narcissistic people experience arrested development, where they experience some type of trauma that makes them stop in emotional growth and emotional intelligence. A narcissistic person can be like really intelligent. They can be like smart people, but they can be emotionally unintelligent, where they have a hard time processing their own emotions, and they take out their anger and frustration onto you. And arrested development comes from some type of trauma, y'all. It could come from like physical abuse, mental abuse, whatever type of abuse. It can cause that person to stop growing emotionally, where you can have a 36-year-old 5-year-old or 36-year-old 10-year-old. Like they might be 36 years old, but they act 10, 11, 12 years old, y'all. And generally speaking, even my therapist said like most narcissistic people are going to be emotionally between the ages of 8 and 12 years old. So sometimes when you're having a conversation or an argument with a narcissist, it's like you're arguing with a young child or a teenager, y'all. So stay strong, and I hope this helps.
Hey, Jim, so can just anybody be a narcissist?
No, there's specific pathways for somebody to develop pathological narcissism. Everybody can have traits of grandiosity. Everyone can struggle with empathy at certain times, but there really are specific developmental pathways for somebody developing pathological narcissism. Often it's a child who is overindulged materially and underindulged emotionally. Often it's the child that grows up with a narcissistic parent because those patterns repeat themselves intergenerationally. Everyone can have healthy narcissism, but pathological narcissism is something that develops through a specific set of circumstances.
I was shocked when I found out how psychopaths, narcissists, and sociopaths create their mask. So I'm going to share it with you. It came out of the research of Sandra Brown's looking at over 600 pathological love relationships. Her team found that these toxic people create their identity on the fly based upon the information they're gathering when they meet you and me. Through the innocent questions they ask, like, what are you into? How do you spend your time? Where did you go to school? They then mimic that and then parrot it back to you. You like a certain type of musical group? They do too. You went to school out east? Well, what do you know? They did too. You really love pets? They have one as well. This mask is created in the moment as they listen to you. It's literally built as they meet you. And they do this from person to person, so every person has a sense of twinship, like they met their soulmate.
So that is absolutely true when you're dealing with narcissists and toxic people, how they will become whoever you need them to become to get you to fall in love with them. If you're new here, I'm a narcissist. I actually have narcissistic personality disorder. So it's kind of surreal listening to that type of stuff right there from Carrie McAvoy, PhD, and like vibing with literally every single part of that, because narcissistic people mirror you. Like, as a narcissist, the main question that I'm asking you on a first date or when I'm getting to know you is tell me who I need to become to get you to fall.
A flying monkey is someone that is recruited by the narcissist to spy on you. This could be a mutual friend, family, co-worker, neighbor, or even your own children. The flying monkey is often manipulated to find out information about you and pass it on to the narcissist. They might not even know they are acting as a flying monkey. The narcissist will play the victim in order to get the flying monkey on their side, so you will find you cannot trust anyone. The narcissist has to maintain the illusion of the power they have over you, so they will employ the use of third parties through which they will attempt to continue to control and manipulate you. As soon as you begin to put boundaries in place and distance yourself from your narcissist, be prepared for the toxic game. A narcissist will stop at nothing to destroy you in order to cope with their narcissist injury of you leaving. They will turn people against you and get them to spy on you. They do this by getting in there first with mutual connections and painting the narrative that you were toxic, you were cruel, you destroyed the relationship, and blah, blah, blah. When it is your turn to speak the truth, you will find that no one believes you because that narrative has already been painted. Rise above it. Anyone that believes a narcissist is not worth having in your life.
Yeah, so this is true right here, y'all, because the narcissist's new supply, the next supply, or the new relationship partner thinks that they are winning a prize. And if you're new here, I'm a narcissist. I have narcissistic personality disorder. A lot of people ask me, should they warn the new supply? Should I warn the narcissist's new partner and whatnot? Typically, I'm going to say no, because they won't believe you. A lot of times, the narcissist is love bombing the next person. So if you come out of the woodworks and tell them that this person is abusive or this person is a narcissist, they're not going to believe you. They're going to think you're just jealous of the narcissist's new relationship, and they are going to think that they are more qualified for this person than you were. Hey, I'm sorry for whatever you went through, but look, I'm ready for this. Like, sorry y'all didn't work out. So many people are worried about if the new supply is going to be treated better than them, and yes, at first they are. That's how you get people. You love bomb people, you manipulate them, and you get them on your side. When other people reach out to tell their story and tell the truth about that person, they're not going to believe them. Stay strong, and I hope this helps.
A narcissist will give you the silent treatment as a form of punishment when you have disobeyed them. This could be for calling them out on their behavior, simply not meeting their stringent rules. Silent treatment is a form of mental torture where they will not speak to you for days on end or be passive-aggressive with short responses. They will make you feel like you do not exist and are worthless. You'll feel isolated and totally rejected. Any adult-like conversation you are hoping to have will not take place. To break the silence, you will need to grovel and apologize to the narcissist and take all the blame. This gives them further power and control over you, that it was all your fault, and they further take no responsibility for their actions.
In case you were wondering what a trauma bond is, or just wanted to know more about it, I'm about to explain it to you. It is daily panic and anxiety with this person, but yet you don't want to leave them. You can see how destructive they are to you and to themselves, and you're not going to leave. You're aware that you're damaging yourself, your health, your present, your future, your self-esteem, your productivity, and yet, you're sticking right there. I mean, you know that they are emotionally immature. They're abusive. They start fights. They're untrustworthy. The list goes on, but you're not going to leave. I mean, you literally get to the point where you're embarrassed that you are keeping yourself in that relationship, but at the same time, leaving that relationship sounds impossible. You're aware that the gaslighting, the reactive abuse, everything, that's not a normal relationship. That's not a normal, loving, caring relationship. You know that they're wrong for you, and yet you just can't leave. I mean, you know that you're literally putting your life, your future in jeopardy to be with this person who is dragging you down with them, and you just can't let go. That is what a trauma bond is. Go kill it.
As a domestic violence advocate, I speak to hundreds of women each year.
I was shocked when I found out how psychopaths, narcissists.
Okay, let's talk about the narcissist.
You ready for the road trip? Yes, we never get to go anywhere. I'm so happy. All right, great. You got everything? You packed my phone charger? Yep, phone charger right here. Hey babe, my phone is going dead. Can you hand me my charger? Hello, I need my phone charger. Oh my God, I forgot it. You did what? You said you had it. I know. I must have just packed mine. I'm sorry. You are so damn useless. You are pathetic. I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry, but like, look, there's a Walmart right there. We can just go grab you one. I don't want a cheap charger from Walmart. I wanted my supercharger. I'm sorry, but I can what? You can what? You damn sure can remember something simple. I'm so sorry I ruined the trip. No, I'm gonna make you sorry.
I'm gonna go back to being that nice guy. I'm going to remind you of that mask that I wore in the beginning to get you to fall in love with me. That was not myself. It was a con. I was using it to deceive you. But now that I've hurt you, I got to put that mask back on for a couple months. And you know it's a mask. You know it ain't me, but you miss the mask face, don't you? So you pretend that that's the real me when you know it ain't. The real me was who you saw in my eyes when I was putting my hands on you. The real me was a person that could look you in your eyes when you were crying and ask you what you crying for. The real me was the person that was able to text and call and cheat behind your back until I got caught months and years later. That's the real me. But no, we both pretend. I put back on that mask of who you fell in love with. You pretend that that's really who I am.
And that's how we end up going back to the narcissist 7 times before we've had enough. Understand that they will wear a mask as long as it takes for you to be pulled in and to become vulnerable. And when they're comfortable that they have you hooked, that's when they take off the mask and reveal the true self. And that's when your life becomes hell. And they usually will wear the mask long enough to get you to marriage, to get you to be pregnant, to get you to any level of commitment, because at that point, they know that you are emotionally attached, and to leave is not going to be an easy feat. And so whenever they feel threatened, they put the mask back on and become that person that you dreamed of, that person that made you so happy, that person that pulled you in. But beware, that mask is deadly, and it's temporary, and it does come off. So don't put yourself through those 7 times. When you're sure it's a mask and you're sure that they are deceptive and manipulative and controlling, let that be the last time, and let it be enough for you to discard them and make your exit.
Hey, Jim, so is there a lot of narcissism in law enforcement?
Actually, there is. There are a lot of people that go into law enforcement for all the right reasons, because they want to help people, they want to keep people safe. There are also a lot of people that go into it because they're drawn to the power dynamic. There's been some research that shows a strong correlation between NPD, law enforcement, reflected in the MMPI, which is a psychological assessment. So unfortunately, a lot of people are drawn into that field because of the power differential, especially when you get into the higher realms of law enforcement.
Trauma bonds are difficult to break and you feel trapped. You know the relationship is toxic, but you feel you can't get out. This feeling of entrapment lasts as long as the narcissist keeps you trapped. They drip feed you promises of love and at the same time abuses you. So your mind becomes confused and the love bombing overrides the abuse. As the narcissist never changes, the only way to beat the abuse is to go no contact. Yes, it will feel painful. You'll experience extreme withdrawal symptoms. You will wonder if they ever loved you. Sad thing is, you will not get the answers you deserve because they do not take accountability for their actions. They have no remorse, empathy, or compassion. They're just with you so that you can serve their purpose. Going no contact is the only way. Each time you break no contact, you will not heal your wounds and be back to square one. The cycle of narcissistic abuse will go on until you find the strength to put an end to it. It's only you that can stop it and no one else.
Ooh, the power in this statement right here. If they wanted you to speak kindly of them, they should have treated you better. Yes, yes, yes. Because when you're dealing with narcissists or toxic people, they want you to keep things to yourself, the bad things. But anything good they do for you, they want you to scream it from the mountaintops. They celebrated my birthday, but they beat me up. You see how that works right there? That's why I tell y'all that narcissistic people know that they are treating you badly. A lot of people ask me, like, do narcissists know that they're doing wrong? Yes, that's why they want you to hide it. That's why they want you to keep the bad things private. Because if they didn't know the difference between right and wrong, why did they keep the bad? Why did they try to hide the wrong things? To narcissists and toxic people alike, like, reputation is everything. And how we are viewed by the public and by others means more to us than pretty much anything else. Ego comes first with narcissistic people. So yes, of course, they want you to keep the bad things private so you don't ruin their reputation. And telling your story is not a smear campaign, y'all. Telling them the truth is not a smear.
People, listen. You don't lose real friends, real opportunities, or even real relationships when you start standing up for yourself and setting clear fucking boundaries. Okay, what you lose is you lose abusers, manipulators, attention seekers, narcissists, or mental draining fucking leeches is all you're gonna fucking lose. Remember that shit.
So yes, toxic workplace.
People, listen. You don't lose real friends, real opportunities, or even real relationships when you start standing up for yourself and setting clear fucking boundaries. Okay. What you lose is you lose abusers, manipulators, attention seekers, narcissists, or mental draining fucking leeches is all you're gonna fucking lose. Remember that shit. People, listen. You don't lose real friends, real opportunities, or even real relationships when you start standing up for yourself and setting clear fucking boundaries. Okay. What you lose is you lose abusers, manipulators, attention seekers, narcissists, or mental draining fucking leeches is all you're gonna fucking lose. Remember that shit.
So
people, listen. You don't lose real friends, real opportunities, or even real relationships when you start standing up for yourself and setting clear fucking boundaries. Okay. What you lose is you lose abusers, manipulators, attention seekers, narcissists, or mental draining fucking leeches is all you're gonna fucking lose. Remember that shit.
So yes, toxic workplaces with narcissistic, toxic bosses are a real thing. And if you're new here, I'm a narcissist. I actually have narcissistic personality disorder. So this right here is in reference to a video I made about how some narcissistic people will push you away from them, will make you be the one that break up with them. And bosses do the same thing sometimes. In a toxic, narcissistic work environment, that boss or the head of their company will treat you so badly that you quit. Because if you quit, you don't get benefits. You don't get severance pay. You don't get unemployment or whatever. And a lot of times when they're trying to force you to quit, they already have your replacement lined up. Just like a narcissist in a relationship. When they force you to break up with them, a lot of times they already have your replacement. The new
Harry Floss, I follow that guy on TikTok. I know his name's Patrick. He is fucking delicious, isn't he? I agree. Hot ass fuck. And he totally advocates for women. You guys follow him on TikTok. Hold on, I'll post his TikTok.
So yes, when a narcissist does something wrong to you, you are supposed to get over it quickly. But when the shoe's on the other foot, it's in the past. And if you're new here, I'm a narcissist. I actually have narcissistic personality disorder. This is one of the many double standards that exist in a relationship with a narcissist or a toxic person, because you don't get to get away with the same things that they get away with. That's just kind of the unwritten law of being in a toxic relationship, y'all. Me, as a narcissistic person, can do one thing to you, and I should be forgiven for. But if you do the exact same thing to me, ooh, there's no forgiveness coming for you. But that's how it works in a narcissistic person's brain. They don't see you as equals. Typically, a narcissist in a relationship with you sees you as competition or lesser than them. But if you're greater than them in any way, they will try their hardest to bring you down to their level or below. So things like you're living in the past, you're too emotional, you never let things go, you never get over anything, are typically going to come out of a narcissist's mouth, but they can't come out of yours. Double standards. I'm going to use this comment right here to tell you my story of how I found out I had narcissistic personality disorder and how I deal with it today. So if you're new here, I'm Lee Hammock, and I am a narcissist. I've been diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder and in psychotherapy since October of 2017 forward. So from my youth, from being young, I've always known that I was different, y'all. It's just a feeling. I know my emotions didn't click like other people's emotions did. The easiest emotion as a youth that I experienced was anger. I was always angry for no reason because I was jealous of the people around me, because everybody could have friends. Everybody was falling in love. And I couldn't feel that, y'all. I used to feel just so isolated being by myself that I didn't know. And I have a twin brother. I used to feel so isolated that I would just be mad at the world. So from my very early ages, I've always known I was different, y'all. It's just a feeling. I can't explain it. So in 2017, me and my wife got into a huge argument, y'all. She called me a narcissist on the way out the door. She left. My wife didn't do anything magical to make me go to therapy. She didn't force me to go to therapy. She took my son and she packed herself up and she dipped out. And on the way out the door, of course, she insulted me by calling me a narcissist. It's so damn tough living with a narcissist, slams the door. Me, not knowing what a narcissist is in 2017, I thought narcissists was just, egotistical people. I called her narcissist back. So she leaves. I'm sitting there angry. I'm sitting in the house angry. I get inquisitive because that's who I am. I look up narcissist. You know how Google does it. Google auto-fills for you. Did you mean narcissistic personality disorder? I'm like, well, I didn't mean that. I don't know what that is. So I click on it. And I go down the rabbit hole of narcissistic personality disorder, and the traits made sense to me because it gave me the answers for the question that I have always been asking myself. Why am I different? Why do I feel different? Most narcissistic people won't feel that way because they can't acknowledge it, y'all. They're not asking the same questions that I've been asking myself since I was 8, 9, 10 years old. They're not asking those questions. So when they see the word narcissist, they take it as an insult. It insult you. So I hit my wife up. I'm like, look, I'm a narcissist. I'm going to go to therapy. There's no cure, but guess what? I'm going to go put the work in. And I've been doing that. And the reason therapy works for me is because I've already been doing personal development since I was 21 years old. I'm 36 right now. For nearly 14 years, I've been working on myself. So therapy to me is just an add-on to my personal development journey. I receive therapy well. So if you're on a narcissistic journey where you feel like you feel different, go to therapy and be honest with the therapist. Guess what I have done? No, you cannot do it on your own. I have been working on myself for 10 years before I stepped inside a therapist's office. You can't do it on your own because you don't know what to work on. You don't know the starting point of what your issues are. Childhood trauma, childhood abandonment, whatever got you to this point, you can't work through those on your own. If you're a narcissist or a toxic person, you need professional help. And some narcissistic people still don't really want that help. They'll go to therapy just to manipulate you and manipulate the therapist and just say, hey, I'm not the problem. You are. So in conclusion, my wife didn't do anything magical. She just left. She removed access to her. Therapy is the starting point, y'all. Hope you help.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but you're never going to find the partner you deserve while you remain with the partner that doesn't deserve you.
How you expecting a woman to be your piece when you treat her like a piece of shit? You like, be my piece, but all you do is bring pieces of heartache, pieces of cheating, pieces of misunderstanding, pieces of anger in her life. All you doing is bringing pieces of storm in her life, and you say, be my piece, cover me, be my umbrella, but you raining bullshit on her life every day she is in yours. You say, be my peace, but you her chaos. You her nightmare. You her stumbling block, and you want her to be your peace. If you want a woman to be your peace, you got to bring pieces of peace in her life. You got to bring pieces of stability, pieces of leadership. You got to be the example in which you want her to follow.
Hey, Jim. So what are some words that may set off a narcissist?
Before we talk about the words, you want to talk about the tone of voice, because that's something that can set off a narcissist. You know, if you're doing the gray rock approach and you start to sound a little too bored or uninterested, that might set them off. But things like not responding quick enough to an email or a text, or forgetting their birthday, talking about their mistakes, or comparing them to somebody else who might do something a little better. Anything that talks about anything that they feel like they're being criticized. And the big one is the word no. They don't like to hear the word no. There's lots and lots of different things, but the tone of voice and anything that's going to make them feel like they're not superior to everybody is something that can trigger a narcissist.
Okay, now this one right here, this is Dre McRae from the Vaughn and Dre McRae case. I followed that case, and I kind of covered it, but I mainly covered Dre. Because look, I don't know, did anybody here follow that case? Anybody follow Vaughn and Dre McRae? It's still going on, I believe. I don't know, poor dude. Or know what I'm talking about at least. Well, anyways, I'm going to go on with this is her. This is Dre getting her nails done. And I want to cover like straight female narcissism soon. She's going to be included. This is going to be in this video right here. So, but yeah, this is shows you a little bit of how female narcissism works right here in action. This is Dre McRae getting her nails done. That hurt.
Yeah, it's. I'm very soft.
You're not soft.
Well,
You don't have to get defensive though.
I'm not defensive. I'm just doing my best. But
You
just,
go ahead. Go
You know,
do
you're
your
just
best.
sensitive. That's all. And then I'm
Okay,
trying my
and
best.
is that a problem?
No, it's not a problem. It's
Okay.
Just, I'm not saying anything. I've been keeping quiet. I didn't say anything.
You're just
But
talking right now.
You tell me that I've been hard on you, but
Is it hurting your feelings if I say
well,
out?
if you say sensitive, then
Gaslighting.
how would you know that the technician is not sensitive?
No, I am sensitive. My fingers are sensitive.
Well,
I don't see
it's
how
just-
this is a problem.
It's not a problem. I'm done with you now already.
Yes.
But I'm saying this.
If
it's
it
just part
hurts
of-
me, I'm gonna say ow. Okay.
Okay. And I'm trying my best to.
Yes,
stop
you
that.
are. You are doing a great job.
Well, thank you.
Have you ever tried to have that narcissist in your life understand what they're lacking or how they make you feel? Maybe that they're not empathetic or their abusive tactics, and their response is anger or rage. That's what we call a narcissistic injury. That involves their response is to cover up that false mask that they have because you're attempting to expose it. That's the way they see it. Their false sense of entitlement, their emptiness, you're critiquing them and calling them out. Attempts to make them remorseful about how they're feeling, it's not going to happen.
Yes, a narcissist knows that they are doing you wrong, but they don't think it's a problem because you keep taking them back. If you take them back, and if you're new here, I'm a narcissist. I have narcissistic personality disorder. The more times that you forgive a narcissist or toxic person and you reconcile with that person, the worse it gets. Because if you forgive a narcissist and you take them back, clean slate, you can no longer bring up the past. Narcissists, if you take them back, they expect total forgiveness, and you can't bring it up again because why would you bring it up if you've forgiven them, right? And you, as you know, with narcissists, it's always in the past. 2 minutes ago is the past. I mean, is it not? And the more times you go back to a narcissist, the more behavior, the more terrible behavior that you put up with, they think that you are okay with the behaviors because you tolerate them. They think that you're okay with them. Why would you take me back if you're not okay with how I treat you? Don't forgive a narcissist. Don't take them back on their words alone. Don't believe the words. Narcissistic people's words and actions rarely ever match up. Consistent change behavior.
Isha Diago writes, never judge people when they're angry. Sometimes they can say things they do not mean. Be compassionate. Put yourself in their shoes. First, you better judge people because your relationships are probably the most important decisions you're going to make throughout your life. Nothing can sink your dreams, aspirations, happiness, or change the course of your life like being attached to the wrong people or someone abusive or toxic. And in fact, your comment illustrates a common behavior among abusive or toxic people, attempting to excuse their toxic or abusive behavior. Although it's true that everyone makes mistakes, not everyone tries to excuse their mistakes and escape judgment for their bad actions. When I started talking about this issue and character a few years back, it forced me to look in the mirror about some of my own behavior under duress. That's what good people do. They look inward and accept responsibility for all their actions, and they aren't triggered by being judged for their actions. So I did do as you say. I put myself in those shoes and I worked on my own shortcomings, and I didn't make excuses. Difficult times always reveal character, and something can't come out of you that isn't already inside of you. I love the parable of the cup. Let's say you're walking along with a cup of coffee in your hand, and someone bumps into your arm and you spill your coffee. You spilled coffee not because someone bumped into your arm. You spilled coffee because coffee was in your cup and not tea. Our character works exactly the same way. When life bumps into you like life will always do, what spills from your cup? Thank you for your comment and the opportunity to educate, and I hope it inspires you and others to look inward.
Jim, so what does emotional manipulation look like?
Emotional manipulation can look like a number of different things, including gaslighting, where someone tries to make you believe that your reality isn't real, name calling, controlling behaviors, passive aggression, where someone won't come right out and say that I'm really angry at you, but they'll do something to cause problems in your life or flatten your tires. Love bombing is emotional manipulation. where they try to get you back into the relationship by playing nicey-nicey. And moving the goalposts is another form of emotional manipulation, where, you know, they set up standards that you have to meet, and then once you meet them, oh, now you got to do this instead. And always moving the goalposts. Those are various forms of emotional manipulation.
So one of the main questions I get on my page is, why can't I just leave this toxic relationship? Why can't I just leave the narcissist? Why do I feel addicted to this person? And if you're new here, I'm a narcissist. Actually, I have narcissistic personality disorder. A lot of people who get stuck in toxic relationships with narcissistic people are trauma bonded to them. The ups and downs, the super high highs and the super low lows of these toxic relationships gets people addicted to narcissistic people. And a lot of narcissists are excellent at making you feel worthless and making you feel like nobody else will want you and things like that. Devaluing you, taking away your value and things like that, making you feel like you deserve what you're going through. We all know that breaking the trauma bond can be tough. So if you need help breaking the trauma bond, there's a live webinar event hosted by Carrie McAvoy, PhD, with special guest Dr. Kristen Milstead. It's titled, Why Can't I Just Leave? August 18th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Dr. Milstead wrote this book right here, Why Can't I Just Leave, on Amazon and whatnot. And Carrie McAvoy wrote this book right here, Love You More. The link to register is in my bio. You don't want to.
One of the most difficult things that we experience is getting away from the narcissist, right? So there are many reasons why it's so difficult to get away from them. But today I wanted to talk about soul ties and how we are connected and have soul ties with the narcissist. We're growing, as we grow up, we're told that we should meet and marry our soulmate, and how awesome it is to be with your soulmate. And so we're in constant search subconsciously for that soulmate. But when you meet the narcissist, they're pretending that they are your soulmate based on information that they've gathered so that they can manipulate you into this relationship and become the best thing ever until it's not. And so you find yourself vulnerable and so connected to these individuals that you can't envision being without them. You want to spend your time with them. You're so in love, and they elicit reaction from you, whether it's loving or whether or not it's you're hating them because of how they make you feel. But they can get a reaction. They can provoke you to arguing. They can provoke you to just being loving and chill. Whatever it is, they can provoke a reaction from you, good or bad or indifferent. They bring you happiness when they want to, and they can destroy you when they want to as well. They usually come into your life at a time where you need them to be. They have the perfect timing to come in and manipulate you. And the relationship just feels so different because in most cases, we fed them what we're looking for and what we need in that relationship. And so they become that temporarily to pull us in. And so these are all things that align with a soul tie to a narcissistic or toxic person. And if you're feeling any of these things and these things are holding you from leaving, you have to pray that away. You have to break those soul ties so that you can walk away and live the life that you need to live and that you deserve to live without all of the toxicity that comes along with it. Break those soul ties.
Yes, narcissists love triangulation between the new supply and the old supply, the new relationship partner and the old relationship partner. And if you're new here, I'm a narcissist. I actually have narcissistic personality disorder. I don't think y'all understand how much power it gives a narcissist or a toxic person to be the center of 2 or 3 people fighting over that person, or be the center of 2 people arguing and fussing and fighting. Narcissists love pitting people against each other. This is not just relationship partners. This could be siblings. This could be friends. This could be co-workers. This could be their parents. To a narcissist, triangulation is control, y'all. And control is power. It makes a narcissist feel so powerful to be able to turn this person against this person. And they may not have ever met each other. To turn their new relationship partner against their ex, who they've never met, superpower. And to turn the ex against the new relationship partner, who they've never met. I'm telling you, narcissists love triangulation. It's a game to them. I promise you. Stop playing the game with them. Yes, narcissists love triangulation between the new supply and the old supply, the new relationship partner and the old relationship partner. And if you're new here,
doing school, helping them with schoolwork, whatever. Yeah. Because if you scream at me, at least then I have proof that you scream at me and punch doors. At least then I can have proof that you scream at me and punch holes in the wall, punch doors when you're mad at me.
Prove shit, Megan. Get your proof. Look, I've done that mad. I know. I'm a bad guy. Sometimes I go like that. I'm a bad dude. Really, really bad. But she's still with me. I don't care, Megan. I don't give a fuck. Who are you? I'm freaking out right now. I'm about to freak out right now. What are you doing? Why are you recording me? Why are you recording me? Why are you recording me right now? Why are you doing this to me for? What are you doing this for? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this to me for? Why? I'm gonna cut myself. What are you?
so I'm not saying that that man is a narcissist, but at minimum, he's a very toxic and dangerous person. And yes, if you're new here, I'm actually a narcissist. I have narcissistic personality disorder. Y'all, people like that do not get better. They absolutely do not get better. That rage fest he just had because he realized he was being recorded will happen all the time. Imagine what would happen if the camera wasn't rolling. One of a narcissist or toxic person's biggest fears is exposure, being exposed to the world. He thought that maybe she was live, so he tried to guide her through the whole process. Like, this hole right here was this time, and yeah, I hit the door like this. I don't hit the door really hard. I hit it like this. And then he thought about it. He's like, wait a minute. She's going to post this online. Here comes the rage. You're making me freak out. I'm going to kick the mirror. If they kick things, if they hit things, if they try to intimidate you, they will put their hands on you as well. I promise you they will. Narcissistic people, toxic people are excellent at playing the victim to circumstances that they create. And listen to this right here, y'all. Listen to this. He thinks that she's okay with it.
Bad. I'm a bad dude. Really, really bad. But she's still with me.
You're still with me. He thinks that she's okay with it because she's still with him, or she was still with him. I think she's left by now. The longer you stay with a narcissist, the more time that you go back to a narcissist, you forgive them and reconcile with them, the more they think that you are okay with the behavior. I know that you're not okay with the behavior, but as a narcissistic person, they think that you're okay with how they are treating you because you come back, because you don't leave. If you're so unhappy here, why don't you just leave? You can leave, you know that, right? He said she spent years excusing all the awful things that he did and said to her. Because over time, y'all, if the longer you're with a narcissist, the more they condition you to believe that the way they are treating you is your absolute fault. I do these things to you because you make me do these things to you. I'm only this way with you. You make me like this. This is your fault. She said she even hid it, even when he started putting his hands on her. And then like he blamed her for it. He convinced her it's her fault. You make me hit you. You make me get angry. You make me do these things to you. You cannot outlove the trauma that made somebody a narcissist, y'all, because the more love you try to pour into this narcissist or toxic person, the more they think you are okay with their behavior. But he's absolutely going to blame her for their mirror getting broken. Protect yourself. Stay safe.
Bad. I'm a bad dude. Really, really bad. But she's still with me.
I'm a terrible, terrible person, but you're still with me. That's the statement a lot of narcissists and toxic people will say to you to justify their actions and to justify their behaviors. Because the longer that you stay with a narcissist or a toxic person, the more they think that you are okay with their behavior and how they are treating you. Because if it's so bad, why don't you just leave? Why don't you just walk away if it's so bad? If you want to be treated better, wouldn't you just leave me? Oh, so you're not going to leave? Oh, so you're okay with how I'm treating you. A lot of times the mind of a narcissistic person won't make sense to you, but that's directly and straightforward, because if one thing isn't true, the other must be true. So if you don't leave, then I must be treating you good, right? Or I must be treating you okay enough for you to stay. So the longer you stay with a narcissist, the more they justify their actions against you, the more they blame you for how they are treating you. Because in a narcissist's brain, you can stop this at any time by leaving. If you leave, they might become obsessive and go crazy.
They won't admit to any wrongdoing unless they're caught. And even when they're caught
with evidence, narcissistic people, toxic people will still deny it to the end of the earth. And if you're new here, I'm a narcissist. I actually have narcissistic personality disorder. The truth does not matter to a narcissist, y'all. It just does not matter. When you catch them with evidence, when you catch them you can catch them in the act, and they will deny it. They will pass blame back to you. They will get mad at you, and they will gaslight you to the ends of this earth and make you feel like you're crazy. that will make you question your own reality. You can present screenshots, you can present video recordings, you can present any type of evidence that you want to, and they still will deny it. And if they admit to it, somehow, some way, it will be your fault. You made me do this. You know, you made me cheat on you, right? You did that. You didn't show me any kind of love, affection, or whatever. You did this to us. It's your fault. When you're dealing with narcissists, a lot of times presenting the evidence to them could be a huge waste of time. Plus, you don't need a confession from a narcissist. Just take the evidence and act on it, because they'll never admit to it. They will tell everybody that you're crazy, you're making it up. Hope this helps.
Quit having sex with the man that's actively breaking your heart. How can you leave somebody who you are continuing to tie the knot on the soul tie that you have with this person? You can't exercise the demons that this man is bringing to your life if you keep sleeping with the devil himself. You are haunted by his infidelity, his angry words. You are haunted by the stress and dysfunction he is bringing in your life, but still you are going there and Casper every single night. You are having sex with this man and wondering why you can't leave, why you are paralyzed. You have to understand sex is a spiritual exchange. How can you purify yourself if you keep letting him contaminate it every time he put his penis in your vagina? This has to stop. If this man is bringing you heartache, gaslighting, manipulation, lies, you cannot also have this man bringing you dick. This is the reason you can't walk your ass away.
How lovely it is to know that one day I will have a body that you've never touched.
You're being childish talking shit.
I'm talking shit because I was explaining that you pushed me against the car and threatened.
This girl left her abuser. I'm so proud of her.
Talking shit. So now my ties are back.
He abused you. You told him.
And
You abused me, so I was letting people know that.
I didn't fucking abuse shit. You were just fucking ungrateful. And you were always pissing in a bad mood. That's why I cut shit off with you. I give two fucks about the marks on your fucking neck. It's because I saw your true fucking colors. All I ever did was work and bust my fucking ass and try to provide for you and give you everything you fucking wanted in life. And all you want to do is turn around and be a fucking bitch.
This is Manjeet's book again. See, this was like 4 months ago. I highly recommend it. I want to show something else. Oh, this one's short. I want y'all to listen to this one real quick. Then I'm going to show something on Lee's YouTube channel here. I'm going to play a video, a longer one. He's very interesting and he's very knowledgeable, and it's just crazy. He's a pretty good dude, and it's crazy to say because I know he's a narcissist, but he's like, but he goes to counseling like every week. You got to. For the rest of your life, you're never going to be anything. After this, then I'm going to play one of his videos. What's up, y'all? Sorry, there was something else I wanted. This guy is very, very. I learned a lot of things from this guy when I was researching this. And then when I research, I need to start writing shit down. I just store it all in my head, and then I don't know how to get all this information I know out of my head. Does that make sense? I don't even know if anybody's even still here. Like, for real, I don't write shit down. I know all this shit in my head. It's really weird, but I don't know how to get it out from my head and like onto a YouTube video and I hate writing. So there's 4 people here, probably my haters. Hi, bitches. Fuck off. Oh, here's one about narcissistic rage. That's very ugly to see. I'm going to save that for another time. Okay, I'm going to play this one about recording. Okay, look. During this whole thing, I was on TikTok a lot for a lot of because, I want to learn this stuff from people that's actually been through it and going through it, and that I can tell that they are genuine and sincere. You know what I mean? Winnie, hush, hold on, my dog. Winifred, easy, baby, it's okay. But I noticed a lot of the women that get abused by these narcissistic men, that's the majority of it. It's like 99% of it. There's narcissistic women, but these women that are being abused by these men like this, and people don't believe them. People don't know how it really feels. And a lot of women start secretly recording, or no, the person, their abuser, knows you're recording, don't give a fuck. But then they give a fuck whenever you expose that recording. Then they give a fuck. You know what I mean? It's like mine. He's like, I don't give a fuck. Record me. I don't care what the fuck you do. Well, then whenever you expose their fucking ass, then they care. But yeah, I record. I got so many recordings. And I've seen there's all kinds of women that has so many recordings of this. And for me, I suggest to record. I do. Because I don't know, these men are they're dangerous. Look at Cassie Carley. That case, I followed that case. It broke my heart. And he was a narcissist, and she had told her sister, something happens to me, he done it. And bam, something fucking happened to her. Found her in a shallow grave in Alabama. I mean, these men are... all right, I want to watch this here when you secret or knowingly record.
you to prove that you're trying to gaslight me and manipulate me. Why did you do that? You changed. What is going on, beautiful people? I am this, y'all. This is 5 minutes or less. You have recording conversations with narcissistic people, toxic people can help guard and protect you against gaslighting. But they'll still.
I freaking I was muted and didn't know it, so I started over. Sorry.
Get mad at me, but I recorded our conversation last night. Why in the hell did you record our conversation last night? Prove that I'm telling the truth about the situation and that you were trying to gaslight me. The only thing that recording proves is the fact that you don't trust me. No. I do trust you. I just don't trust my memory sometimes. I just want you to listen. See, you just said it. Even you don't trust your own memory sometimes. So I'm supposed to trust that you didn't doctor some recording? It's literally a video recording of you gaslighting me last night. So we're going to listen to it. You can listen to it yourself. Talk about I'm gaslighting you. Where did you learn that word? You see that on TikTok or Google? It doesn't matter where I saw it. It does not. See, you can't even get your words out. Like, nobody's gaslighting you, except for you gaslighting yourself. I just get nervous and anxious when I talk to you because I can't ever get my words out. So now you're blaming me because you can't get your own words out. I'm blaming you because you make me uncomfortable to speak to you. Sure. Welcome back. Y'all see I did a skit or whatever you mean. Why the hell do you need to record me? Yes. Like I said, these recordings are not when you record it. When I tell people to record stuff, write stuff down to help guard against gaslighting and to protect yourself against gaslighting. I mean that, y'all. I mean that you need to do this. Absolutely. 1000%. This is what you absolutely need to do.
Yes,
in these circumstances and in these situations. It's just what's supposed to happen, y'all. And if I tell people, this is supposed to happen. This is what you're supposed to do right here. You know what I mean? So you have to empower yourself to record them. This is not, I don't know what state you're in, 1-party state, 2-party state, or whatever. That's like, you might not be able to use these recordings in court, but you can use them for yourself to protect your memory, to protect your mental health against gaslighting, against manipulation, against somebody just trying to take advantage of you and hurt you. You see in that skit right there, I recorded you to prove that you're trying to gaslight me and manipulate me. Why did you do that? You changed that recording. I didn't say that. You can play. These recordings are not for the toxic person in your life. They just aren't. You know what I mean? These are for you. The recordings are for you. You're not supposed to show them because if somebody knows that you're recording them, they can escalate to violence. They can go crazy on you. Who knows what they'll do to you? You see what I'm saying? So you have to be able to protect yourself, guard yourself, and empower yourself. These recordings are for you to play back and like, if they tell you a lie and you know they're lying, go back, play the recording for yourself and just say, hey, look, I know you're lying. Don't argue the truth. A lot of people get caught up arguing the truth with narcissistic people. Y'all want to argue and fuss and fight the truth. You know what the truth is, but because you deal with this toxic ass person, you want to prove them wrong. Because it seems like their goal is to prove you wrong a lot of times. You know what I mean? To record this stuff, get a secret file in your computer, a secret app on your phone. Write this stuff down. If you write it down, again, this is definitely for you. You know, you might be able to use the stuff you write down in court if you can prove it, but the writing stuff down is definitely for you, just so you know how to remember it correctly. You know what I mean? Because you don't want them to make you question your memory. You don't want them to make you question what's going on or whatever. Because the gaslighting over an extended period of time can make you feel like you're going crazy, y'all. It can absolutely make you feel like you're losing your mind. So record things, write stuff down, document things. You know what I mean? Write in your journal. Do something to guard your mind against gaslighting and toxic manipulation. Because if you don't, buckle up. You're in for a bumpy ride because they're going to confuse the hell out of you for a very, very long time. And I think I actually read a study and see some TikToks that prolonged exposure to gaslighting can actually cause brain damage. So I don't know if this toxic relationship is worth you losing your mental health and actually damaging your brain. Anyways, y'all. 5 minutes or less. I hope you stuck around to the end. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like, and subscribe, y'all.
Okay, y'all, that's about it for today. I'm going to get off here and I'm going to do some more of this stuff maybe tomorrow, actually. I want to get into doing my mental health narcissist stuff again. And I'm ready. I'm ready to help somebody. Because one day I'm going to have my women domestic violence pet-friendly shelter. All right, y'all. I love you all. Have a good day. I did add another tier to my membership, like a lower tier, but like the only thing you get, there's no perks with it. I just, in case people wanted to join in when I have members only chat, like they can type in chat, but that's all they get. You don't get like no members videos, no members photos, nothing. All you get to do is type in chat. I made it for people to be able to do that at a little lower price. People want to join, it's in my description usually, or somewhere in one of my descriptions on my pages, or email me, or because we're going to start doing all that. I love you all. Y'all have a good day, and bye.